Let's take a look at using Google Draw for screencasting, and specifically screencasting where we need handwriting capability. So tasks like writing equations or diagramming are what we're going to take a look at today. So first, I'm going to be creating a screencast for class, and this class is a butcher school. So students are coming in, they don't know much about butchering animals, and this screencast is going to help get them started. And what I'm going to do first is bring in an image to get started, and this is going to be what we'll diagram for students. So we have our image coming in here. I'm uploading it from my computer. And I'm also going to provide just a short description of what's going on in this screencast, as if they're not going to listen to me, but this is just a little bit more context. They're not really pieces of beef, they're cuts of beef. There we go. And I also have another image that I'd like to bring in just to help direct attention while I'm talking. And it's a little graphic of a hand. I'm going to go back and import this image, same way we did the first image. And what I did was I separated out a little icon and saved it as a ping so there was no background. So what you'll see here in a second, here we go, is my little hand graphic. It's my pointer. And since it doesn't have a background, it's a very nice graphic to use as I'm walking through the screencast. So while I'm walking through the cuts of beef, I can point to an area and I can speak a little bit more in depth about that area. And that's a nice thing we can do here in Draw. Next to the handwriting. So we can import things, we can also make shapes, but we can also just write. And if you have a drawing tablet handy, whether it's a little Wacom Bamboo or an Intuos board, or if you're lucky enough to have a Cintiq screen, this Scribble tool will make it really easy for you to write and to diagram or even write out equations if you need to in a screencast. So if you don't see the Scribble tool in your Draw interface, there's a little drop down, and from the menu you'll find Scribble at the bottom of the list. So you can select that and we can get started. So this first area here is the neck, and my N is by default black, so I'm just going to go up here to my line options and change that to a light gray. So now this is the neck area, like so, and I can move around. This area is the clod. Now in reality I knew nothing about cuts of beef, but I've never gone to the butcher shop and ordered a cut of clod. Is that a thing people do? I don't know. This area up here is the chuck and the blade. So chuck, and blade. And it takes a little bit to get used to writing here in Draw. It's not exactly like natural handwriting, but it does give you a degree of control and some nice results. Let's see, right beside that to the right we have the forerib. Oh my goodness, I could go for some ribs right now. Oops, that didn't turn out so well. There we go. Rib. Hello. There we go. And we can continue on labeling our animal here. Draw is an interesting tool if you're looking to screencast with some handwriting capability. When you're finished, if you need to share the document with somebody, it's very easy. The same way that you would share other Google Apps documents, you can share Draw documents. So you can see in the upper right hand corner here, we can click share. And so anybody with a link could view my cuts of beef drawing, or I could invite individuals here. If I wanted to give individuals access to this document, I can also invite collaborators. If I invite people and give them edit capability, what I'm doing is letting them join this document and help me edit too. Because I don't know really what the cuts of beef are, it'd be nice to have some people invited to this document that know what they're talking about. And when you're finished, all you need to do is stop your screencast and you're done. It's that simple.